Hey everyone, this is EShadow here again, and welcome back to episode 12 of 7 Days to Die. Now, pretty much left off, pretty much starting off exactly where I left off. Still out in the lake, and just keeping an eye out. Now, I've kind of come up with a bit of a plan for today. The main plans are to do a little bit more work on the base, with whatever I can at this point. Because I don't have a ton of supplies left over. But I do intend to do a little bit more work on the base. And to transfer some supplies over here from the other house. Now that it's getting light out, zombies should calm the smagging hell down. Miss Nurse. Going to have to ask you to stop that. Hello, doggy. But as I said before, the zombies will run day or night in the water. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to need to do a little bit more building. I'm going to need to, at some point, head back to the house, to the hunting shack, and grab more shit. Yeah. That fell into the water. And, yeah, I'm going to turn this into a more permanent solution. Doing it again. Using DayZ controls. I'm still actually trying to double tap to run. One thing I do like about the new update is the pickup adjustment for picking up items. It makes life a hell of a lot easier. And I can usually grab things before they fall. Hello, zombie. Granted, I'm still not quite used to the full mechanics of this. Yeah, as you can see, it's not a very deep water supply. Which is actually something I'm going to have to do in order to make my house a little safer. Now, I think for today, what I'm gonna do is I might actually try to make a run back to the house. Hopefully I can remember where it was. But yeah, I'm going to try and make a run back to the house. Grab some stuff. And then make a return trip. I really hope I remember where it was. I'm pretty sure it was this way. I think I'm right, because I'm pretty sure that's the barn. Water. Yeah, there's the barn. I'm pretty sure I know the general direction. Keep my gun out, because this is where dogs like to hang out. There's that lovely farmhouse where I got killed in. So, let's try and stay alive this time. One thing I do wish they would put in is just empty bottles after you drink the water. Now, granted, That would kind of defeat the purpose for having to go out and find more, but it would just kind of make more sense. Backpack? Ooh. Glad I stopped. So, let's see if we can find this place again. I'm stuck. Oh, there's that campsite, so my place would be this way. There we go. Just how I left it. Complete and utter mess. Where'd my shotgun go? Did I drop one of my shotguns or did it break? Huh. Weird. Might have dropped it. I thought it was just fine. Anyway, home sweet home. For now. Anyway, E. Definitely take a couple of these back with us. E. Store that in there. Let's grab the largest stocks of food for now. Store a little of this water here. Gonna grab those. Gonna grab those. Grab my bars of metal, bars of lead, paper, gunpowder, coal. Empty jars will be fine for now. Screw that. All my wood. More sand, more stone. Yeah, that was another bug that happened during the transition between 1.5 and 1.6. I lost all the rifle ammo that I had here. So, unfortunate, but it happens. I'll just grab another shotgun to bring with me. Pistol ammo. No. Weapons and stuff I think I'll be fine with. Right, let's make another crossbow quickly. 2. And some sticks. Doing it again. Crossbow. Chuck the sticks back in there. And I think for the most part, that's about it. Oh yes, there's stuff in here. Concrete. Bring that with me. And I got 3 more slots left. Let's bring pistol, all my ammo. And I think that's it. Alright, time to get back. Before I do anything, I may just have to consider switching my controls, because that's going to bother me if I keep doing that. Alright, run! So now I know a general gist of how to get back there. Walk out towards the tents, and then I'll just pull a turn and start heading this way. There we go, back again. jars of water on the way back, but yeah, well. Now, let's see if I can... Huh. Didn't really think of this. Inventory. Okay. Doing it again. Boom. Back home. Is that the moon starting to rise? No, it's the sun. Okay. So, now that I'm back, let's start depositing some stuff in here. I'll sort these out later. But at least I have the essentials, or at least most of them anyway. I'm gonna have to get the, pardon me. Oh god. Have to get my potatoes planted at some point. Along with my blueberries and other stuff. But I need to figure out how to get through this reinforced metal trussing. I'm going to put a ladder up here, just so I can get on top. And I can just, like, jump in and out of here kind of thing. Because I learned my lesson in that farmhouse that zombies climb ladders, and ladders are bad. Doing it again. So my handguns and my ammo in there. Shotguns were good. Okay. Let's store this bloodied up fire axe in there. Get my pickaxes, my repair tools. I'll have to figure out exactly how I'm gonna have to break through that trussing, or if I need something else for it. But yeah, gonna need to eat. I guess one thing with any game that's been trying to copy and learn off of DayZ is that now everything's got to have like a hunger meter, especially like Minecraft once they did it. Okay, so a few more things here, and I'll probably call it a day. First thing. Oh, right. I need to have a brain. Reload that. It's always good to have a crossbow. Oh, hello. Hello, little bee. You look all not friendly up there. I know you can see me. Get your ass down here. That fat thorax down here. Come on. Oh, shit. Okay. Always good to keep an ear out. Anyway, let's grab a bit more of this trussing. The wood. And these. So, now we're going to look into this. We need ladders. forging iron. I think I need some piping. Metal ladders. Cool, that should do. Cool. Get me up here, a pinch. Check the doorway. Do some repairs. I am gonna have to change my freaking controls. Alright. Yeah, metal trussing and wood. Now, I'm not 100% sure on the wood's support. Let's do a test. 4. It's 4 out. 5 out. 6 out. Right, okay, so it can still go out for a fair bit. To-do. Make sure you build it in the right order. Hello, Mr. B. It's not the time. Ah, fuck off. I'm not in the mood right now. Okay. Now, anyway, I was building. I'm just gonna finish this off. I'll leave this outer rim unused at this point because I'm probably gonna use concrete. Damn. Just put myself a roof so I'm semi-protected. Ah, I'm out of wood. How am I out of wood? Not out of wood, but out of a lot of it. And yeah, get a little more, and I can call it an episode. Doing it again. Grab that and that inventory. Hey, I remember this time. Actually, I was about to say I could just build from down here, but someone's knocking on my door. Oh, go away. You're getting on my nerves. Yeah, let's just finish building this. Is that the entire roof? No, it's not. Stupid fucking bee. I never seem to learn when half of their hive goes out and none of them come back. Let's quickly finish this off and then I'm going to call it a day. Cool. Now, that's about it for today. I have a plan for next time. What I'm gonna do is what I see a lot of people do with these maps, and that is build a underground portion to it, like under the lake bed. It's going to go pretty far down for mining materials and everything like that. And we'll work on from there. I'm gonna need to find clay. I definitely need to get more stone to make a furnace, because I only have one, and I think it needs 8, just like a Minecraft furnace. And I need to get clay for forming proper iron ingots now, because you can't just do it with throwing scrap metal in your inventory, which is unfortunate, but a bit more realistic. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. This has been episode 12 of 7 Days to Die. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And until next, right. If you have any suggestions for future games, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, post suggestions for future games. And until next time, we will see you soon.